When I was a kid, I loved cars. Still do. The 57 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham was the most advanced car in the world. Cost more than a Rolls. Hand-built with a stainless steel roof, cruise control, electric seats, and would you believe, air suspension. American iron. It's a passion Shannons understand. That's why they insure my daily drive, the caddy, my bike, even the house.
Call Shannons on 13 46 46. Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts.
Gasoline is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curzon, producer, creator of Gasolene. Hope you enjoy.
Now, one of the best features of this Rocket Open Day is you get to come in here, line up, and you get to go through and buy all sorts of goodies for your car. Whether it be hot rods, muscle cars, race cars, you name it, wheels, tyres, engine parts. There's special deals going on this day, and people get to have an absolute ball. I've seen guys walking out of here with shopping trolleys full of high-performance parts. Well, talk about a slick-looking 69 Fastback Mustang. I think you all know I absolutely love these cars. This one here is owned by Haig O'Ryan. Haig, beautiful car, mate. Tell us about it from scratch right through to now.
It was a 7-year build, basically nut and bolt. You know, we had it on the rotisserie, paint stripped, file finished, you know, chassis connectors, engine plate. Took it over to Newbies. He set up a Pro Charger F1R on the 428 block and, you know, basically handcrafted everything.
So it's an old school 428?
Yeah. It's all been 4-bolted, steel crank, alloy heads, and Leon from Performance Metalcraft did all the plumbing, intercooling, sheet metal manifold, fuel lines, fuel system, you know, like you don't know where it ends. Like.
Has she been on the engine dyno?
Yeah, she has. It made 860.
Is that all?
Yeah.
860?
Yeah, it made 860 and 840 foot-pounds of torque at 5.5, so
wow.
She's a handful.
What an animal.
Yeah.
And what's it backed by drivetrain-wise?
TKO 600, Mark Williams 9-inch like alloy through-bolt centre and Detroit locker, 35 spline axles, so she's built to stay together.
That's what I call super tough, mate. Did you do most of the build yourself?
Look, I sort of coordinated it. I did as much as I could, but you know, some of these guys are that skillful, like TIG welding and CNC machines. Like
you can't do everything, can you?
No, it's impossible. So yeah, no.
So instead of sacrificing quality and having a bit of a go, you want the car right. And I'll tell you what, mate, it's definitely turned out right.
Yeah, no. You watch these guys, and it takes that many years to learn what they do. It's just let them do what they got to do.
And what's she like to drive? Is it streetable?
It's streetable. It's got a baby seat in there. You can see my boys asleep in there. You know, we probably done 3,000 or 4,000 Ks in it. Hasn't left us on the side of the road, so you know. But in third gear, you sort of stab her, and she'll leave 2 black lines at 80 Ks an hour.
And when it comes to force induction, you don't really need to run wild camshaft profiles either. That's the beauty of that sort of thing, isn't it?
That's right. It's real lazy. It makes the horsepower down low and just does it easy.
Mate, well, fantastic car. Thanks so much for letting us look at it. It's absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
And a credit to you, mate. Great build.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now here's an event to mark on your calendar for 2013, the Gasolene Muscle Car Expo. There's never been an event like this one, where some of Australia's very best concourse American and Australian muscle cars come together under one roof. Also featured by special invitation, barn finds, street machines, special interests and 50s classics. If you have a concourse standard muscle car or any vehicle that you think might be eligible to enter this event, then contact Michael Curson via the Gasolene website. This one is going to be huge. And don't forget, viewers, to look up the all-new Shannons Club. Shannons Club is a huge site. It's like a hub for enthusiasts. You jump on there. You can start your own garage, put pictures of your cars up there, stories of your cars, videos, you name it. You'll see people like myself on there, Jim Richards. Click on our garages and check out some of our machines and some of our past machines. It's an incredible site. It's growing every day, so get onto it and have a ball. Well, have a look at this absolutely spectacular 32 Tudor here, owned by Chris Abella. Chris, beautiful car. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I've had the car build the car. It's taken me about almost 5 years to build. Built it basically from the ground up. It is a 32 Tudor. It is obviously highly detailed underneath as well. I actually debuted the car at MotorX this year. So yeah, and then obviously, we're slowly going to next shows from there onwards.
Sounds good, mate. Tell us about the running gear on the car.
Yeah, the running gear is a 350 Chev, alloy heads, obviously with a turbo 350 gearbox, not running a 9-inch diff, 4-wheel disc brakes all around. Yeah, so just the usual, basic things that most guys will put in their cars. But yeah, so no, it runs good, it sounds good, and nice to drive too.
Did you do most of the work yourself?
I did as much as I could with the help of my mate Drago from Sefton Smash, who actually painted the car for me as well. So yeah, most of the work was done by him after I tried to do as much as I could, and then he's obviously taken over and tidied it up and made it look as good as it does today.
And how often do you use the car?
Mate, probably once every couple of weeks. I had a memorial run 2 weeks ago for our Older Wild Hot Rod Club. But yeah, obviously I don't want to get it too dirty right now because I've still got a couple of shows to do. So yeah, I think after some of that, we'll probably start driving it a bit more.
You can put an enormous amount of work into detailing and for an event, can't you?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I was hoping, that the rains were going to hold off, which they have, because as I said, it is quite detailed underneath, and it could take, almost 8 to 10 hours, to actually clean the car underneath, which I don't want to really do. So, yeah.
Great, mate. Well, thanks so much for talking to us, Chris. Beautiful car. It's a credit to you, mate. Absolutely love it.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're here with Michael Palazzo, and he's the head of the hot rod department here at Rocket Industries. Mate, you must be absolutely ecstatic, the amount of people that have turned up here today, especially the amount of hot rods.
Great day, and we are really happy with the turnout. There's some really neat cars, hot rods, customs, muscle cars, drag cars, a bit of everything actually, so yeah, really happy.
It is really good to see a great mix of different cars, but being a hot rodder yourself, you must be really happy with some of the products that are coming out these days and some of the products that are now available at Rocket Industries when it comes to building your own hot rod.
No, it's great. From when we first started, probably 7 or 8 years ago, the influx of new parts that are on the market, both here and in the US, everything from complete steel bodies for 39, 40 Fords, 32 Fords, 34 Fords, fenders, chassis, specialty engine components for really early flathead and Cadillac motors and Hemi motors. It's great. You can really express yourself however you want now. You just go out and pick the parts that you want to build and then put your finishing touch to it, and away you go.
I can't believe it. We're talking about the flathead Ford V8, their engine that's sort of heading towards 100 years old, and there's so many parts now available off the shelf to hot those little babies up, and they're a great engine, aren't they?
Oh, they're fantastic. A lot of the guys, the old guys you speak to, there's not a pretty engine than the Ford flathead when they're all dressed up with, the finned heads and multiple carburation and whatnot, but it's funny how things go, in circles. They were great, like you said, 90 years ago, 80 years ago, and they're still great now. I'm putting one in my new car that I'm building, so why not?
So what are you building, mate? Tell us about it.
At the moment, I'm building a 36 Ford through-window coupe, a genuine steel car, which I've had put away for quite a few years and collecting bits for. But Yeah, no, I'm in the process of getting back onto that now, and there's probably another one or two in the pipeline. We'll see.
Angry little flathead for that one?
Yeah, I've got maybe a Ford Flathead or a Buick Nailhead, so I've got a couple of choices there, so we'll see how we go.
Fantastic, mate. Look forward to having a look at that car, and thanks so much for talking to us today.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Cheers.
To download your free copy of the Rocket Industries and Aeroflow Performance Parts catalogues, go to the sponsor section at the Gasolene website. Click on the links and download away. With over 650 combined pages of performance parts and accessories, you're sure to find everything you need for your car.
You've been watching Gasolene.
Well, there's nothing quite like a bit of Mopar muscle, especially when it comes to a 70 Dodge Charger. We're with Joe Anzuni here, mate. Tough looking ride. Tell us about it.
Yeah, no, I've picked it up about 3 years ago now, and done a little bit of work to it. Tied up the engine bay, tied up the interior a little bit, and basically been taking it out and showing it off, and getting a lot of looks. That's for sure.
Tell us about the power plant.
Okay, yeah, the motor is a 440 cubic inch. It's been bored out to a 448 cubic inch. It's not stroked, just 448. It's got all the right internals for what used to be a full-on drag racing car in the States. Full manual shift automatic gearbox, 727. And of course, I put a gear vendor's overdrive in it, which gives it a lot better on the highway. It doesn't take much to turn those wheels either. It light them up quite easily, that's for sure.
Well, that's what we like to hear.
Yes.
But thanks so much for talking to us, mate. Beautiful car.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
Thank you, and good on you on your show. It's really good.
Thanks very much, mate. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, when it comes to an exciting ride, it's pretty hard to beat an LJ Tirana stuffed full of small block V8. This one's got the good old 308, owned by Charlie Catton here. Charlie, fantastic machine, mate. Tell us about it.
Thanks, Glenn. It's 308. I've had it for 12 years. I built the car myself, got it all engineered myself. Turbo 400, 9-inch full spool, billet axles, full manual turbo 400. Best run I've had at Eastern Creeks, maybe, I think a 12.6 at 107 mile an hour. But I'll never get rid of this one. I'll keep it for the rest of my life, I think.
You had a small block Chevy in it before, but you've gone back to the good old 308, mate.
Yeah, I popped 2 pistons on my Chevy. I'm going to get that rebuilt soon. It's a 350 4-bolt. It's got a 671 supercharger on it. It made 470 at the rears on a soft tune, but I should have that back in next year.
So effectively the 308's your backup engine, mate.
Yeah, backup engine, but 308, the good old trusty 308, they're still a good engine.
Well, it's always nice to see a Holden in a Holden. I know that the GM product is still Chevy as well, but Holden in Holden looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the best way to have them. I love Aussie muscle cars. I don't mind the American cars, but there's nothing better than an Aussie muscle car, man. I grew up with them, and all my friends, all my brothers, mates, they've all had Tiranas and Holdens in their life. A few Fords, not many, but yeah.
Good stuff, mate. Well, thanks for talking to us. Great car. Absolutely love it.
No worries. Thanks, Glenn. Thanks for putting us on the show, and I really love your show too.
Well, here's something a little bit different, viewers. Have a look at this 1946 Bedford here, owned by Colin Benton. Mate, what a spectacular piece of machinery. Tell us all about it.
It's a 46 Bedford. Originally was a farm truck. Sat in a barn for 37 years and then got it home. The night we got it home, stripped it down to the bare chassis and cut every single panel. There's not an original panel left on it. So, yeah, something different. Everyone's got a Chevy or Ford, so I thought I'd go a bit different.
So you didn't muck around, mate. You got into it straight away.
Mate, first night it was down to the chassis rail. So, yeah, me and my dad just got in there and gas-axed everything. And, yeah, I think the guy who used to own it's probably turned in his grave, but traditionalists might not like it, but something different on the scene, so it's good to cruise in. So.
Hey, at least you've kept the thing alive. That's what I respect at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, everything's brand new on it. Everything on the motor, the drivetrain's all brand new, modern running gear, so, yeah, it turns, it stops, so cruises.
So did you plan to buy a Bedford or you just fell across it?
No, I just found it on eBay, just in a shed, and then, yeah, it was just couldn't afford like a top-line Chevy or anything like that, so, yeah, 4 years in the garage every night, and that's what I come out with.
Fantastic. So you did most of the work yourself?
Mate, did everything except the headers, the glass, and the leather wrap on the seats and that. So everything else was done in the garage, sprayed in the garage, everything. So, yeah,
mate, I really take my hat off to you. Tell us a bit about the drivetrain in the car.
It's got a Holden 308. It's only a baby motor, but just wanted it to sound all right. I've got custom headers. I've got a 2.5-inch high-flow exhaust, turbo 400 into a 3-inch solid tail shaft, solid axles, solid torque tubes on a V12 limited slip diff. So, yeah, goes well.
What a package.
Yeah, I'll set it up. If I want to go bigger, I can actually set it up for something bigger. But at the moment, it's just a cruiser. So, yeah.
So, as you said before, it stops and handles and drives well?
Mate, like a modern car, I've got a Commodore and it handles better on the highway than my Commodore. So, yeah, the travel's beautiful. And we just drove last week down to Victoria, down to Bright. So, we did 1,600 Ks last week in it. So I didn't miss a beat. So
it's amazing what you can achieve with modern technology and drivetrain, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's a cheaper way to go. I go and buy a brand new Commodore and it costs you millions. This over time you don't really notice it too much. So yeah, it's good.
Fantastic, mate. Well, thanks so much for talking to us. Beautiful car. It's a real credit to you, mate. Thank you
very much. It's cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Craig, we've come down here, mate. What have we got?
We've got a Ford Landau 1974 coupe.
And what's your intentions with it?
To clean it right up and make it nice and smick.
So how did you get onto it?
Just through a friend of the family. Got some spare parts, got another steering wheel and bits and pieces, got some headlights, got the nose cone, and looks like some windscreen wipers and just other odds and ends that we'll take with us today as well. Another motor, complete 351. Obviously there's not much on the other one, so we'll take this one for parts and see what we come up with.
Unearthing some gold.
Got yourself a 9-inch too, Craig?
Yeah, we've got a 9-inch here. We'll take this home and see what we can get from it. And just take what we can today, I reckon, and see what we can come up with and put together in the future. I can't wait. Cannot wait. I don't think so. What we might do now is put it on the trailer, take it home, get all the stuff out, sort it out, see what's in there, what we're missing, pull it apart and start moving on it.
Well, all I can say is, wow, will you check out the power plant in this beautiful 40 Deluxe Ford Coupe, owned by David North here. David, what a wild ride this thing is, mate. Tell us all about it.
I've had it for a couple of years now, and changed all the running gear when I got it, and we put a Motec injection on it and rewired it, and a lot of work underneath. So, yeah,
what's the engine base?
It's based on a big block Ford 460. It's been stroked and taken out a little bit bigger, but yeah, so it's quite nice.
Any idea on power figures?
No, haven't finished tuning it yet. Just been doing light tuning so I can drive on the road, but then we've got to put on a chassis dyno and finish the tuning. Yep.
Is she an angry engine or just a mild cruiser?
The injection smooths it out a bit, but it's pretty big on the camshaft and duration, and definitely a little bit lumpy there.
So she'll be a serious ride, but the old EFI system, it does make it much more tractable and more drivable, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We'll sit there and idle 800 revs all day, and you can just drive it on the road and keeps cool, and yeah, it's quite nice.
And what's the rest of the drivetrain in the car?
It's got a AOD overdrive automatic box with a Mark Williams 9-inch diff in the back, and all Mark Williams running gear on the axles and aluminium carrier and so forth in it. So all the good stuff as I could put in it to try and keep it together, hopefully.
Great stuff. And do you plan to race the car or more of just a cruiser?
Nah, just more of a cruiser, and just something nice to drive and take my family out in. Yep.
Well, mate, I couldn't think of a better car to do that in. And what a wild machine. The 8 throttle body manifold, the engine looks huge. It's just an absolute killer car. And thanks so much for talking to us.
No, thank you very much for having a look. Thanks.
My pleasure, David. Thank you.
So, mate.
Well, look who we've found here, none other than Andrew Cowan. Andrew, magnificent event here, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's an awesome day. There's so many people that have turned out. It's like an awesome event. The cars are packed full of people. It's a crowd of great people and stuff, and so many stories to be told and everything. Got all the funny cars here and the dragsters and the alters and whatnot. So tomorrow we're going to drag him out tomorrow and drag race to the end and see who wins and everything. So I'm really excited, especially about driving the funny car, because they're so exciting to drive. I mean, all you really have to do is sit in and shift one gear and pull the parachutes, but you know, you can catch fire, the cars can hurt you, everyone's watching, and you know, everyone's in it to win. So hopefully the Nitro Express and Fast Company do really well tomorrow. So and the rain stays away. So
there is a fair bit of bravery involved in driving those things, isn't there, mate?
Yeah, it is. There is. I mean, the car can really hurt you. I mean, it can catch fire. You got fire bottles, onboard fire extinguishers, and helmets, harness devices, fire suits, and everything. And the engine's sitting there in front of you, and they put the body down, and you're trapped under a body with 20 gallons of nitromethane in front of you. So
I think the best way to explain would be probably violent, wouldn't it? That'd be the best explanation for them.
Yeah, it is. They go about 400 k's an hour in 5 seconds. So, I mean, there's two sides of racing. I mean, first to the end wins, but as a driver's point of view, then you've got to stop the car.
And from what I can see, correct me if I'm wrong, but the nitro-based engines, to have them on the money, on the pace, in record-breaking format, they've got to be on the verge of explosion, really, on the verge of failure.
They are, and that's why it's really important to have a really good crew of people behind the cars like the Rocket crew are. And each run they have to tear the engines apart, take the supercharger off, the rack of pistons, put a new clutch in, and do all that in 75 minutes to an hour and a half. So, I mean, it's a race itself in the pits, trying to get to the next round too, make the next round, and have it all together and tight, and make sure that the driver in that car is safe from getting hurt and against the other car and everyone that's watching. So it's a pretty exciting and dangerous sport. You've got to hang on.
And look, having your dad, Graham Cowan, having his 50 years of Top Fuel experience surely can't hurt.
Oh, he's been racing forever, you know. I've only been in the driver's seat for about 15 years, but I've been around the sport all my life, so I've been going to the drags for 33 years now. So it's in my blood. I love it, and the fans love it, and that's what we do.
Good stuff, mate. Well, fantastic talking to you, Andrew, and good luck out at the track, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I've got to say, I'm a bit of a sucker for a 57 Chevy Convertible. A pretty iconic car, these things, and a smooth-looking 50s classic. With Charlie Pace here and this machine. Charlie, awesome ride, mate. Tell us all about it.
Thank you very much. We built the car 7 years ago. Bought it from a guy that brought it in from Queensland, and we did it up for our daughter's wedding. And we drive it everywhere. Been up the winter sun, bright, so it does a lot of kilometres.
And there's a bit of retro in this car too. There's a bit of a modern touch to it when it comes to the power plant. Tell us about the engine.
Yeah, it's got an LS3, and my son Matthew built the engine, and he stroked it out to a 427 using steel crank and Aries pistons and roller cam, etc. And at 5,500 revs, it's putting out 620 newton metres of torque.
So she's a bit of a stump puller, and I reckon these engines have got to be probably one of the best engines you could use for this sort of application. They're light, their cylinder heads are awesome, they make incredible power, don't they?
And the car's just turn the key, and it's a really good cruiser and good on fuel.
And what sort of trans and rear end are you running?
It's running a turbo 700 gearbox, and it's running a Summer Brothers short and heavy duty 9-inch diff.
Well, mate, fantastic car, beautiful package. You've got a bit of a modern touch there. You've got the old school look. You can put the roof down. I can't think of a more enjoyable car than something like this.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for talking to us, mate.
No, thank you. It's a great show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
And remember, viewers, if you want to see past Gasoline episodes, go to shannons.com.au. Click on the Gasoline link and enjoy. And remember, this is a whole new season of Gasoline with new episodes every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m, Australia-wide.
Gasoline is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curzon, producer, creator of Gasoline. Hope you enjoy.